So I'm Susan Mercer from Madpow in Boston, here to talk about informal mentoring. I want to share some of the tips that I've learned over the years. And I'm going to talk about what mentorship means to me, what makes a good mentor and a mentee, and how to get started. So what do I know about mentoring? Well, one, I've had some fantastic mentors that have got me started in the field. I've also recently been a mentor. But it's also important to note that mentoring's in my blood, because my mother was born and raised in Mentor, Ohio. And my main point is that your mentoring doesn't have to be formal. You don't have to wait to be asked to the prom. You don't have to get all dressed up and wear those beautiful dresses if you don't want to. You can be pretty casual in jeans and sandals. Mentoring can be informal. You can learn an awful lot even from some people that you already know. Some of my best mentoring relationships were started just by meeting someone, finding mutual interests, and making a connection, and then starting from there. But it's important to remember that mentoring is a relationship, and it deserves the same love and attention that you will give to your other relationships. And just like some romantic relationships last a long time, others are short, the same can hold true for mentorships. But remember that a mentorship needs work like a garden. You should plan ahead. What do you want to do? Who do you want to learn from? And what do you want to learn? And you need to keep weeding it. You need to keep looking at what you're doing with your mentor, making sure you're staying on track. And just like you wouldn't plan a garden with flowers of all of one color, you don't have to have just a single mentor. You can learn different skill sets from different people and really complement your skill set that you're building for yourself. But it takes someone to start a mentorship. So I say if you want a mentor, seek out someone that you know and admire and ask for advice. Start small, but most important, don't be afraid. Just get started. So who makes a good mentor? A good mentor is experienced. They don't have to be old, they don't have to be famous, but they have to know something that you want to learn and be willing to share that with you. And the great thing with this field is that there are so many people out there like that. A good mentor is also someone who's willing to teach you, to provide you with direction, provide you with some advice. So get to know them, let them know what your interests are so that they can provide proper guidance to you. A good mentor is also someone who will encourage you, provide support when needed, provide feedback, but make you do the work. And when you have those successes, they're going to stand back with pride and appreciate what you have done. But most importantly, a good mentor knows when to let go. We all get nervous when we're about to leave that nest and start flying away, and at times that good mentor can be the perfect person to give you a kick in the butt and get you out. So what makes a good mentee? If you want a mentor, then you have to want to learn, because you're asking a big favor of your mentor. And if you don't want to learn, then don't waste that favor. Okay? A good mentee is also someone who should not be afraid to ask for advice. Maybe it's your first time using a particular technique. Maybe you've encountered a situation with your coworker and you're not sure what to do. Go ahead and ask, but don't be that boy that cried wolf and asked too many times. Make sure you use your judgment. And also be open to learning and trying new things. Go to conferences like here. Get involved with your local UPA chapter, meet new people, and that's how you could meet some new mentees. But most importantly, take charge of your own career. Don't expect your mentor to do that for you. Your mentor can help you think through the pros and cons of various decisions, but the final decision and actions are up to you. So if you want to get started mentoring as a mentor, what should you do? Be open and approachable. While you're here at this conference, find people that have the orange first-time attendee banner on their badge. Go talk to them, introduce yourself, make them feel comfortable. If you're a mentee and if you want to find a mentor, take control. Don't be afraid to ask. Go up to people, introduce yourself. But remember, one of the most important things about a mentorship is that it's give and take. If you ask for advice, then give thanks. If you find an article or some piece of information you think your mentor would like, share it with them. And that's how you build the foundations for a longer-term professional relationship. But most importantly, I want to ask you to pay it forward. That's one thing I ask of anyone that I help, is that someday they help someone else. So thanks for your attention, and go out and mentor.
Woo.